Welcome to Mr. Laughter Sports TV right about now as we look into transfers. We know so many things have been going on and around, and many people are moving, many players are moving from one place to the other. Yeah, we want to look at some of the trending transfers that we have all around in the Premier League, in Bundesliga, and all around the leagues and the best leagues in the world. We're going to start with Arsenal. As we know, Arsenal are spending so much money right about now, and they are spending a lot of money into the midfield, defense, and all around the clubs. And yeah, we understand that they have just signed Kai Havertz from Chelsea at a fee of around £65 million, and it's a done deal for Arsenal. Now, as we understand that Kai Havertz himself yesterday spoke and said he is very excited to join Arsenal, and he wants to be a part of the family and be part of the big club at his Arsenal, and he wants to win some trophies for Arsenal as well. Yeah, that is the biggest signing for Arsenal FC. As we understand, another big deal that happened yesterday, as we all know, is Declan Rice joining Arsenal for a fee of £105 million, and as we understand, the fee has been accepted by West Ham United, and they are moving ahead to continue with all the processing of the documents and paperwork to be done. And Declan Rice himself will be ready to do medical today. Right now, as I speak, he might even be doing the medical at London Colony. As we understand, the Declan Rice bid has been accepted. Now, what do we understand from these two big signings for Arsenal? And we understand that Mikel Arteta is very excited for Kai Havertz. He said that Kai Havertz would take the midfield, and he's a very versatile player, and he wants to use Kai Havertz mostly in the midfield, as he has said in his statement after Kai Havertz has signed for Arsenal. Now, Declan Rice is another midfielder that Arsenal has signed, and we understand that everything is going on well. Fabrizio Romano himself also tweeted and said he thinks Declan Rice signing would be done by today or in a few days to come, which is a good thing to do to understand from Arsenal perspective. Now, Arsenal spending so much money, as we understand right now, is almost £200 million that they have spent on two players. Another player that they are really looking into is one guy from Ajax, who is called Julian Timber. Is another great fullback. Is a number 2, as we understand. He plays really well, and Arsenal is really targeting him very closely, and they believe after finishing Declan Rice deal, they would actually move into Julian Timber, who is a very good defender from Ajax. And the fee that Ajax is really demanding is around 30 to 40 million pounds, and Arsenal are very ready to pay that amount of money so that they can bring Julian Timber into the Emirates Stadium. That is all about Arsenal today. Also, Arsenal is linked to another guy called Chouameni, who is like a very good midfielder as well. He plays for Real Madrid and is a French international guy, and we believe that he is going to also be another signing that Arsenal are looking into, bringing him the Emirates. The rumor today is that Arsenal are looking into him and trying to find possible ways that they could work out things to bring him to the Emirates Stadium. So that would be another hot signing if Arsenal happen to do that right away. And we believe that, having gone to the Champions League, we know that Arsenal are getting ready to improve on their teams. Last season, they really tried so much, but because they had few players, the squad depth was not there. They collapsed at the end of the season, and gave the table to Manchester City, and they are trying to stop that same thing happening this season, this coming season. Everything that Arteta is doing and everything that Edu is doing for the club is really shown, and we see that they're really fighting that Arsenal should go back to the top of the table, and they want to be a big club and act like a big club. We know they are a big club, but because of a few things in there, they're not really doing the things that they should be doing. That is for Arsenal. Right away, we move on to the next chapter. That is Liverpool. Liverpool, as we know, they have signed McAllister already, and they already have one midfielder, but not stopping there. Jurgen Klopp himself is really moving forward, and he wants to sign another midfielder by the name Dominik Szoboslai. His name is really difficult. Dominik Szoboslai, something like that. He's RB Leipzig midfielder, and Liverpool is trying to close down on him. They believe that they would sign him around 70 million pounds or 60 million pounds. And Sky Sport Germany actually reported that Jurgen Klopp is really closing on him, and he wants to sign him as a midfielder. And yeah, because his contract is almost narrowing down as well. But as you know, if a contract of a player is going down, you understand that they want to do something at least to get some money out of it. So RB Leipzig actually closing, moving forward so that Liverpool can sign him before his contract ends in July. But Liverpool are trying to reduce on the price. Maybe they would pay around 30 million pounds, but the asking price from RB Leipzig is 60 million pounds. And he's a very good midfielder. I've watched him play at least some of the YouTube that I've seen. He's a really good player and a good midfielder that if Liverpool happen to get him, would be a really good addition to Liverpool. Another guy that Liverpool is also looking into is called Federico Valverde. That's another 24-year-old player from Real Madrid. As you know, Jude Bellingham has already joined. We understand that because Jude Bellingham plays almost the same as Valverde, they also want to offload Valverde. But as you know, Jude Bellingham joined for 115 million pounds. That's a lot of money. So they want to sell players so that they can also get more players for Real Madrid. So another guy on the list is Federico Valverde that Liverpool is trying to hire and see if they could get him at around 51 million pounds to help boost their midfield. If getting Dominik is did not actually materialize, then they would go in for Valverde of Real Madrid. Another guy that they're looking into is Federico Chiesa as striker. So Liverpool is also closing down on him. As we know, the relationship between Allegri and Chiesa is not really great, as we understand from Syria. So Liverpool is taking that advantage. If Chiesa would be available, they would actually be getting him to replace Firmino. As we know, Bobby Firmino has already left Chelsea, already left Liverpool. So they are looking into finding him and getting Chiesa to replace Firmino, because they are now having a few attackers like Salah is there. As we know, attackers that they have would not be enough to fight for the Premier League titles and Champions League or Europa League or any league that they're in. So they're trying to get Chiesa to help with that. Yeah, that is all about Liverpool as they look closely to boost their midfield. Let's go into Manchester United. Manchester United also are looking into bringing out new boys into the team. Number one that they're really closing down into is Moises Caicedo. They have actually approached Brighton, that they want to bring Brighton. They want to bring the Brighton midfielder to Old Trafford. That is Moises Caicedo. The talk is that Manchester United are organizing an offer to send to Brighton so they can try to like an open bid so they can get Moises Caicedo. We know also Chelsea are in the game for Moises Caicedo, but Manchester United are also closing in, trying to get a midfielder that can help boost their midfield as well. So Moises Caicedo is on the radar. As we know, the asking price for Moises Caicedo is 100 million pounds, and Manchester United are really willing to go close. The open bid that they would suggest to go with is around 70 million pounds. So we shall see if Moises Caicedo would leave at 70 million pounds. But the asking price from Brighton is 100 million pounds, as they compare Declan Rice to Moises Caicedo, who Declan Rice went for 105 million pounds. So they also want something close to 100 million pounds. So we shall see if Moises Caicedo would go to Chelsea or Manchester United at that price of 100 million pounds. Another deal that Manchester United are working into and looking into is Mason Mount from Chelsea. So Manchester United have already submitted their bid, 55 million pounds to get Mason Mount from Chelsea, but Chelsea are not accepting. They want around 65 million pounds, not 55 million pounds. So we want to see if all the money that they have actually sent, or the bid that they have sent, would be accepted by Chelsea to sign Mason Mount. In my view, I would say Mason Mount would not cost 65 million pounds. He's a good player, but I would say maybe Manchester United should try maybe 55 or 60 million pounds to buy him, but not 65 million pounds. That is too much for Mason Mount, in my view. Another person that are really looking into is Andre Onana, a goalkeeper from Inter Milan, that they're really closing into, because they understand that Inter Milan are actually interested in selling him. So Manchester United are closing down on that. They want to send around 50 million pounds plus add-ons, which would actually go up to 60 million pounds for Onana. We understand David De Gea is not really going to stay at Manchester United. The contract that they agreed earlier on, Manchester United is saying that it's expired, so they want to really bring another goalkeeper to help at Old Trafford. That is Andre Onana. So they're closing down on him, and they want to actually go and get him, and so he could fill in the goalkeeping role at Manchester United. As we understand, Erik ten Hag wants De Gea to stay, but if De Gea wants to stay, it's fine. But if he wants to leave, as Ten Hag said, he's also okay with it. But also he wants to find a goalkeeper that would help Manchester United next season. So Andre Onana is on the radar for Manchester United. We shall see how it will go, and we shall see if Manchester United would acquire the goalkeeper from Inter Milan, that is Andre Onana. That is all with Manchester United. Let's look at another trending news is from Tottenham. As we understand, Tottenham has already signed Maddison from Leicester City, and yeah, that's the biggest signing for Tottenham FC or Tottenham Hotspur, and they agree on the terms, and everything is sealed for Maddison, and he has joined Tottenham for around a fee of around 40 to 45 million pounds, as said by Tottenham FC or Tottenham Hotspur. Another big news from Tottenham Hotspur is Harry Kane. Harry Kane is being wanted by Chelsea and Bayern Munich from Germany. Bayern Munich is really interested in Harry Kane, as we understand, and they're willing to go up to 100 million pounds for him. And we understand that Daniel Levy also doesn't want to sell Harry Kane in England, and he says if he wants to sell, if he is to sell Harry Kane, he would sell it to a different league, either Bundesliga or maybe La Liga or Serie A, but not in the Premier League. So Bayern Munich are closing down on that. They say they would not exceed 100 million pounds. That is their last price for Harry Kane. And if Tottenham wants to take it, they're free to take it, but if they don't want to take it, it's also okay. So we shall see if they would really accept that bid from Chelsea or from Tottenham, from Bayern Munich, I mean. So let's see if that will materialize at that price. But the limit for Bayern Munich for Harry Kane is 100 million pounds. And Chelsea, as you know, they're also having big money. So as they sell their players, you know, Chelsea have already let go of so many players. Yeah, so we shall see if Chelsea or Bayern Munich would take Harry Kane. Yeah, that is all for Harry Kane and everything for Tottenham Hotspur. Let's look at Chelsea. Chelsea also is closing down on Moises Caicedo, as we understand. As I said earlier on, they are really interested in Moises Caicedo to boost their midfield, as they would add on to Enzo Fernandez. As we understand, we know their biggest midfielder, N'Golo Kante, has already left, and also Kovacic has left. Even Loftus-Cheek is also leaving to go to Inter Milan, so to AC Milan, I mean. So we see that Chelsea are actually offloading almost of their players. So the biggest transfer for Chelsea is Moises Caicedo, as they want to close down on him, and they're also looking into bringing back Lukaku as well from Inter Milan, but also Lukaku is being wanted by Saudi Arabia, but he said he is not leaving Saudi Arabia. He will stay at Chelsea and see what the new coach is having for him as in store to maybe play for him and play again for Chelsea. Yeah, that's all we had for today for the transfers news in all main teams. Yeah, stay tuned as we bring you live coverage of all the transfers going out in the Premier League and all around the world. Thank you so much for watching Mr. Laughter Sports TV. Subscribe and get more from this channel. Thank you for watching. One love.